Good day everyone. I am Ma'am Jofey Talusan Manigbas, teacher 2 at Tagumpay National High School, and currently handling both Science 10 online and Modular Distance Learning modality class. Today, I am tasked to present my own weekly home learning plan in teaching science to both modalities. Honestly speaking, being a teacher handling two different modalities for new normal education is quite difficult. It requires your time, effort, and especially your passion and love to your students. One of the challenges we are facing here is on how we are going to teach the most essential learning competencies to the students with different modalities but with the same standards and quality. How are we going to make sure that the lesson we are teaching in modular class will be as effective as that of the online class? The answer lies on the congruency of our weekly home learning plan. Let's have first the weekly home learning plan for online distance learning delivery. To begin with, this is my weekly home learning plan. Just like any other WHLP, it consists of the different parts such as day and time, learning area, learning competency, mode of delivery, and learning task, which includes the heart of the teaching and learning process. I called it the heart of the teaching and learning process because here we can see the parts of the pivot for a learner's material: the introduction, development, engagement, and assimilation. For me, the effectiveness and efficiency of these four parts will depend on the execution of the teacher. That is why as a teacher, we must plan it ahead of time. So I chose the topic Human Reproductive System with learning competency, explain the role of hormones involved in the female and male reproductive system. For online distance learners, I always begin my class on what they need to know by unpacking the MEMS. Since the learning competency is explained, which is understanding in Bloom's taxonomy, I unpack it with simpler ones such as describe and summarize, followed by some information about the topic. Then, next one is measuring the student's prior knowledge with the topic. Here, I use Google Form for pretest. Here's the link. This link will be posted to Google Classroom, Messenger, and Facebook group. Then it will followed by the YouTube link as another material that will maximize the learner's awareness of their own knowledge in the lesson. Then we have development part. Here we can see the discussion part and the learning task that will expose the learners on what he or she knew, does not know, and what he or she wanted to know and learn. Some of us use the KWL chart here, but for me, I prefer to execute the assigned learning task given in the module. I use synchronous discussion via Zoom, use of PowerPoint presentation, learning task will be posted on Google Classroom and Facebook group. Next is the engagement part, wherein the activities or learning tasks allows the learners to be engaged in various tasks. Here, I gave them a group activity to answer the guide questions. Again, learning tasks will be posted on Google Classroom and Facebook group. So, the last one, finally, the assimilation part, where the learner shall demonstrate ideas, interpretation, mindset, or values, and create pieces of information that will form part of their knowledge in reflecting, relating, or using it effectively in any situation or context. Here, I gave them a concept box, quiz, and a performance task that they can be related to them. These will all posted in the Google Classroom. And the links of quiz number 1 will be again posted on Google Classroom, Facebook group, and Messenger. So, how about in modular distance learning delivery? Same learning competency and topic, but different in some parts. Here in my modular class, the WHLP is more on pertaining the module they have. But I inserted some materials or learning resources to supplement the lesson and also be congruent to what I discussed in online class earlier. Same with the introduction part, I unpack the myths, then let the students answer their module as pre-test. I also gave to them the link on the introduction to reproduction in animals, just like this. But for those who can access, I will send the gist of the video in group chat or PM the students who cannot access the link. For the purpose of this video, I indicated the gist of the video so that all of the students can answer the guide questions. Lastly, the next one is the development part of the modular class. Discussion of the male and female reproductive system. The teacher will send the recorded video of the lesson in online distance learning class to the Facebook group of the MDL learners. In case the students do not have access, they will read and analyze the lesson stated in the module and ask the teacher using group chat, test, or private message if something is not clear to them. Notice that in the engagement part, modular students will answer it individual in contrast with the online class. This part is by group. Lastly, in the assimilation part of the modular class, you still have a concept in a box, quiz, and a performance task. Some learners that has access to Google Forms can answer the quiz online. Some takes picture of their output and some utilize the drop and go boxes in the school. And that is how I will assure that my online and modular distance learning delivery will always congruent, that different modality of students will absorb the same learning as reflected in their weekly home learning plan. But take note that we have lots of challenges we are facing today. Quality still depends not only to the teachers but also to the students' willingness to learn and how their parents will support and expected to supervise them along the way. Thank you so much and may all stay safe and healthy.